Hello everyone, this is Judith with another video. We're talking about twin flames, your twin flame journey. And this is a quick follow-up on the last video. It was all about your twin flame zapping your energies. And I wanted to add a little bit because of course this is also true the other way around, right? So of course you are also like kind of you're like moving the things that you don't want to feel. They also go to your twin flame, right? So we've been talking. If you haven't watched the video, then go ahead and watch part 1 of is your twin flame zapping your energy. This is part 2. And of course we do the same thing, right? All the subconscious things, the stuff that we don't want to feel, of course, this goes to our twin flame as well, right? And they have to deal with that. So this means that we learn along the journey really to be very responsible and to own our stuff. Because often the things that we push away, they are like giving our twin flame a hard time, and the other way around. So we have to learn to own our stuff, to own our feelings. That's what it is. And how does this work? Well, there are several things, practical things you have to know around this, and that's also why I chose to make this follow-up. Because, of course, as I always say, on a cord cutting on a regular basis, that's something that is so useful. I've created a free webinar. It's in the description box. If you sign up for this is my newsletter. And you will receive this webinar. You have an energy clearing there. Cord cutting is part of it. If you do this every day, and this is only about the negative cords, no precious cords, no heart connection or whatever is destroyed. It's only the negative cords, and those cords, it's like they build all the time, right? That's how we connect to other people, and other people connect to us, and there are healthy cords and less healthy cords and very unhealthy cords, and we want to cut the negative cords, right, on a regular basis. And it's not us. We give this over to the high beings. They know exactly how to do it, and they will do this in highest good. It's very simple, and it's very, very effective. So that is something that we have to do, or I recommend to do on a regular basis between you and other people, but also between you and your twin flame, so that you and your twin flame can take ownership of your feelings, right? And sometimes it's also good if you ask yourself, is this my feeling that I'm feeling, or is it my twin flame's feeling? And later you will learn, or maybe I don't know where you are at, right? But you will also learn that you're feeling all kinds of things from other people. And it's also very important to know, is this from someone else, or is this my feeling? Am I feeling this now? And is it maybe appropriate to clear? Or is it just not appropriate, and I just have to cut the cords and leave it to the other person to clear or to experience the feeling? So for example, I remember my twin flame in the beginning telling me about being very angry. Now, I don't know for sure if this were my feelings, but it could be, right? Because anger, it was something that came up for him in a very, very strong way. And I never wanted to deal with my anger. So anger was never an issue, right? I was suppressing anger pretty much. And so this is an example how feelings could pop up in your twin flame's life, right? That have been suppressed by you, or that are like running the show on a subconscious level. Yeah, and also when we are like cutting the cords, right? We ask to cut the cords, then very often people have the feeling, well, my twin flame is maybe going through something that is heavy, something that is difficult for him. I don't want to abandon him. I don't want to leave him alone in this. Isn't it better that I take on part of this issue, that I take on the part of those feelings and help him out in this way? Well, that's understandable, right? But it's not never about abandoning someone, because the energy for all of us is not coming from other people. Well, it is coming from other people, but that's actually what is so unhealthy, right? So the moment we cut cords, we could also always like ask for this person to be connected to the divine, to be connected to high beings, or however you, to the universe, or however you wanna label it, and to receive the energy from there, because that's source, right? To be plugged into source, you could say as well. So we are like helping other people then to be plugged into source and to receive the energy from source. And that's never-ending energy, right? That's where we want to be as a twin flame, and that's also for us, right? So that we are not exhausted, that we can move on our journeys, because very often we are exhausted, very often we are depleted, because all our lives really we have given away our energy to family members, to people at work. We just tried to fix everything out there, right? And then at some point we were depleted. At some point we had no energy or less energy, and we were realizing, or maybe you were realizing, that you had no energy left to invest in yourself, right? So that's what we want to do, and that's so important to realize and to be aware. The energy is there. You just need to plug in, right? Of course, you cannot function without the energy. You need the energy, so you need to plug in. It's best to plug into source, not into other people. So you might know that, and this also goes for other people. If they are plugged into you, well, unplug them, cut the cords, right? And if you're worried about where they're getting their energy from, well, ask for them to be connected to source more fully. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to give you. In addition, if there are any questions, you can always put them in the comments. And I also want to highlight that I'm hosting a free event on October 31st. All the subscribers to my newsletter, so everybody who signs up for the free webinar that is in the description box, will receive a link to this event. October 31st, it's Halloween, right? This was given to me by the divine, so I was just saying, okay, it will be October 31st. But I think it's a nice opportunity to really clear also dark energies more fully, to really make sure that the grid and the floors are really clear, and that you're like also being a little bit aware of what is it all about, those dark energies, what we label dark energies, and how to deal with them maybe a little bit. And I very much hope that we also have time for your questions. So I will be, I don't know how I'm going about this, but you can always leave a question in the comment section. I will either make a video or maybe then take that question to this event, October 31st. You can also write October 31st and then your question, so I will know that it's meant for this event. So yeah, it will be juicy, right, to do healing together. And healing to me is the transformational work, right? Transforming the energies, and it's a well-being process. That's how I would label it, because healing is always assuming that there is something wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with us. It's all just, we are all just like dealing with what the universe is presenting to us, and that is never wrong, right? It's part of creation to experience contrast. It's not wrong. So yeah, if you're interested in learning more about all of this and navigating your twin flame journey, stay tuned, maybe subscribe to the channel, consider this, and I see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.